figure 18-73 shows finding the overcurrent device and the THHN copper conductors for the feeder. Now, notice in your step 1 over to the left, top hand side of the boxed in information, 430.6a, again, because we have motors involved, refers you to table 430.250 to obtain the full load current ratings of these motors, and not the nameplate is required in 430.6a1. So the 5 horse is 15.2, the 7.5 horse is 22, the 10 horse is 28. Now these full load current ratings for these horsepower rated motors is based upon the motors being 3-phase, 230 volt, selected from table 430.250. Now finding the other loads, we have a non-continuous load, so when we go to 215.2A1, we do not have any more than 3 current carrying conductors in the raceway, and we do not have any ambient temperatures bothering us. So we can just figure it at 100%, and that'd be 35 amps. Now, step 3, we're applying 445.6A2, and we would take 15.2 amps plus 22 plus 28 plus 35, and we come up with 102 amp. We take the 102 amp times the 250% that's listed there, and we come up with 250.5. Again, our golden rule that we've always called it in 310.14A3 informational note 2 and table 310.16 as well. When we look at the 250.5 amp calculation, we would need 250 kc mils on a 250 amp overcurrent device. But right now, the solution is just a 250 kc mil conductors to supply these converters along with their motors and other loads. Now, the sizing for the overcurrent device on that input side, 455.7b that we listed in the NEC help there, we would have 102 amps that we calculated at 250%. We come up with 250.5 amp in step 3 above. Applying 455.7b along with our table 240.6a to select the protected device, since it was just 250.5, we rounded down to 250. Now, we have just looked at 455.6A2, 455.7, and 455.7b. And these figure that we're looking at, I shouldn't say these altogether, it's just figure 18-73 that illustrates how to size the conductors and overcurrent device on a feeder when you have 2 or more converters along with 2 or more motors, as well as other loads that might be involved based upon their continuous duty or non-continuous duty rating, and maybe even with some demand factors applied.